Hi, I'm Kevin Lentz here at Trinity Badger Ranch, and I'm going to do my Monday sermon recap of what I preached yesterday. First, I want to say welcome to Holy Week. I pray God bless it for you as you make your way to more times of worship later this week, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Easter, Sunday, of course. But I pray God bless the entire week for you as you remember what Christ has experienced for us in all the process of making us the people of God. Yesterday was Palm Sunday, and so my message was based on Palm Sunday. And I talked about first about how we feel at times like we've maybe been treated unfairly. People accuse others of it, like employees accuse bosses of it, students accuse teachers of it. Sometimes children even accuse their parents of it. But no one has ever been treated more unfairly than Christ. That's why on Palm Sunday, it was nice to finally seeing him get the treatment or the praise, the honor, the glory that he has deserved all along. But again, he was finally receiving it on Palm Sunday. We talked about how sometimes people can just be mean. Don't know why. And I mean, all of us have probably had our moments, but some people's makeup, just their persona, is that of meanness. They just are. We see that, and maybe we've been treated meanly, and clearly we see that on the news, the horrible headlines sometimes about the actions that people take. But there can be mean acts out there carried out by mean people. And it's also true that Christ was treated meanly by the religious leaders in his day, by the chief priests who were the head of the religious leaders in his day. They're the ones who kind of plotted on planning to kill Jesus. He was also treated poorly by leaders like King Herod, who could have set Christ free when Jesus was sent to him on that last Thursday, but he didn't. Or Pilate, who had the authority to set Jesus free, but he didn't. He turned him over to an angry mob. And of course, Judas has to be seen as being mean insofar as he had more of a love for money lining his pockets than honoring and loving and serving Christ. That brought us into the text for that day. It was Matthew 21, and we looked at verses 8 and 9. A very large crowd spread their cloaks, while others cut branches from trees and spread them. The crowds that went ahead of him and those that followed shouted, "Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest heaven!" The crowd was very excited to see Jesus. They were thrilled to have him in their presence. A lot of people there that day, not everyone, but a lot of people that day who knew Jesus saw him as the fulfillment of the Messiah. He had finally gotten here, and also their king. So they put Jesus in this wonderful, correct light, and they were glad to see him coming to their presence on this beginning of what was Passover week for them. Because next week we talked about how their king had finally arrived, because they've been waiting for him, the Son of David and the Messiah, for many centuries, millennia, for the one to come and redeem them. And then we also know that finally Jesus, like I said, was getting what he deserved, that praise, honor, glory, respect, love, all of it, the palms waving, saying Hosanna, which means save, and also kind of means praise, and kind of a different understanding of it. So Jesus finally got the respect, honor, and love that he had coming to him. We then talked about how we should raise our palms, and we should. The palms of our heart, the palms of our voices, they too should be raised up, honoring, glorifying, praising Christ for all he has done for us to make us the people of God. What a great, wonderful blessing that is for us. Then I concluded with the fact that now we have now entered, like I said at the beginning, we've now entered Holy Week. We are aware and we thankfully remember and celebrate and worship all the events of this week. Again, like I said, Thursday, Friday, of course, Easter, the things that we are so appreciative of Jesus having experienced for us to, again, make us the people of God. So if you're around this week, I hope you can join us Monday, Thursday for worship, 6:30, Good Friday worship, 6:30, Easter worship, 8:30 and 10:30. God bless you, Holy Week, and we'll talk to you again later. Bye-bye.